think I figured out something really important. And you probably tired of politics. I'm tired of politics, but this is philosophy. This is different. And I don't scroll away just because you're like, oh, it's another hot take. No, it's perspective. And I think it could really be helpful. I spent a lot of time writing this up and actually typing it and printing it out so that way I could say it the right way. So I hope that you can spend a little bit of time just to hear me out. And maybe it's valuable, or maybe it's just another thing you scroll past today that had no impact on you, right? What's at risk? So I'll just get to it. In this moment, I am seeing ugliness in so many directions. It's one thing to make jokes or to hold criticism of people in power, to be bothered by policies or appointees. I fully support your right to feel how you feel, and to direct that and any frustration towards the people who are actually responsible, 100%. But lately I've been seeing just some really awful behavior on both sides. On the left, with the I told you so narratives, people are saying that women are leaving their MAGA husbands and that the holiday bonuses are gone because of the tariffs that are coming. I don't know if those things are true, but the reactions are there. People have said what they said about that, assuming that's true, and it has been awful. It doesn't matter if you're on the left or the right. If somebody is having a moment of realizing that they were wrong, if that's truly happening on either side, why would you, as someone who thinks differently, waste that opportunity to connect with them, to encourage them to ask questions? Why would you waste that opportunity and instead choose to say, I told you so, it's your fault this happened? Why would you do that? That is such a waste. And on the right, I really had an issue with the right-wing boys talking how they're talking right now, just being emboldened to speak of women like we're objects, to proudly endorse sexual assault. And they can say it's joking or trolling when they say, your body, my choice. Like, ha ha, really good joke, buddy. But no, like, we live in a civil and decent society. Like, freaking act like it. Anyway, even the shows that I used to love watching, a little bit of politics and a good laugh to go with it, I used to really enjoy those. And even that space now has just been so ugly and so disgusting to me. I think that everybody seems to have forgotten, no matter where you stand, everyone has made their choice because of the information that they had. They believe they are making the right choice. The life that they've led, the information that they've come across, the influences in their personal circle, that's why they made the choice they made. I can't judge someone for that. That's a result of their path. That's a result of the life they've led. That's not a mark on them. That's a mark on what has influenced them, perhaps, but not a mark on them as a person. So, in spite of all the complaints above, and whatever else may come, I do think that this moment right now, I do believe it could be a really big opportunity for all of us to really unite in a way that we've never seen before. I think that takes a few things first, though. Regardless of who you voted for, half of this country is going to be wrong. Half of us believe Trump's a monster, and half believe he'll save the country. Half of us are fearful for the millions in harm's way, and half of us believe that half is totally overreacting. Whoever's correct, they could throw that in people's faces. They could judge and make fun of people and ostracize people for being wrong. But what if you're the one who's wrong? Have you considered that possibility? Truly, have you seriously challenged your beliefs and said, am I on the right path? If I was wrong, what would that mean? And would I appreciate forgiveness and compassion if I was discovering that I made the wrong choice? Would I hope people would help me in that time? Our success thus far as a species, all of humanity, it'd be nothing if we didn't have respectable systems of governance. And that comes by respecting the choices people make, respecting the voice that they have and that their experience leads them to those choices. I don't blame anyone for being wrong. And I think we actually agree on something here. We've made progress in our standard of living because of the fact that we agreed to a social contract. That is what allows this all to exist. For us to not be just living in caves and tribes. Like, all of what we have now exists because of that social contract. And I think a lot of us are aware that over time, people in power have manipulated the terms of that contract. And I think we all agree that's not cool and we want to change. We want to update the terms and conditions. And we all made the choice that we thought could do that. Whether you voted for Trump or Harris or a third party, we all want someone who's going to change things, who's going to make things better, who's going to really solve things. We all agree there. I understand how the left might feel like their neighbors betrayed decency and put people in harm's way. I understand how the right thinks that the left's blowing things way out of proportion and being unfair. And neither of you will know for sure for a while. So in the meantime, what if we prepare for the possibility of being wrong? Prepare for how would you handle that? Knowing that you judged people who really did have your best interest in mind. Or how would you handle finding out that your choice led to the loss of rights and freedoms and maybe even lives for millions of people? How would you bear that burden if that were the case? Both sides can reflect on this. Who have you treated awfully because of their support for Trump? And if you supported Trump, what if the worst things that the left says could happen actually did? If we actually consider what it would look like if we are wrong, that's how we make informed beliefs. In both cases, you have the opportunity right now. No matter what you believed before, no matter what path led you here, if you are seeing this now, you have the opportunity to listen to me when I say, take a step back. Reevaluate. We all should. We should all ask ourselves, am I on the right path? Does this path reflect my long-held values, the things I really stand for? If I wasn't listening to fear-mongering on either side, what would I really want for this country, for my neighbors, for my family? Does the path I'm on reflect that? Are we actually proud of who we are and the path that led us here? Do we actually want to participate in that anymore? Or is there another way forward? Could we do better? Are you proud? Because I know I'm not. I've said things, I've felt things that I'm not proud of. I've wished for bad things on people too. And I know all of us have, no matter if we say it out loud or not. I don't want to be like that anymore. That's not fair to people. Everyone comes to their conclusions because of the path that they have walked. And you have no idea what anyone else's path looks like. You can't judge them for the conclusions they come to. You just can't. You could choose to, but it's not logical. If we want to do better, there's a way to do better. Consider this. What if we lived in a world where instead of throwing tantrums and pointing fingers and whining when we don't get our way, what if we actually got stuff done? What if we chose to communicate again, to sincerely challenge our beliefs, to be sure that they hold up to a healthy debate? What if, when our beliefs don't hold up, what if we chose to accept when we're wrong and admit that? What if we grew from that? Formed more informed beliefs? What if we joined together to fight for the things that we all agree on? What if we remembered what compromise really looks like? To find middle ground? What if we actually solved those same 5 issues that come up every single election cycle, every 4 years? What if we actually just solved that? The answers to those questions are actually all listed under our unalienable rights. Great term, Google it. It covers those top 5 that we've been battling over for as long as I've been alive. There's an answer to those literally in the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. Like, we have those answers. We just need to apply them to today. It's very simple. Anyway, right now, half of us are about to find out that we were wrong. That's a fact. Doesn't matter which side you were on, half of us are wrong. That's no getting around it. I can't say with absolute certainty in mid-November of 2024, I can't say what half that will be. I really don't know. I want to believe that everything's going to work out well. I really, really want to be hopeful, but I also understand that there's a possibility that everything is going to be bad. I don't know. You don't either. None of us do right now. But if we can eat our pride, whatever may come, if we can eat our pride, we're standing at the beginning of a massive opportunity to truly be united in a way that none of us have seen in our lives. Can you imagine if we all learned to admit when we're wrong instead of doubling down, instead of denying and deflecting? Can you imagine what that would look like if we owned our mistakes and grew from them? And best of all, we don't have to imagine. This isn't a what-if scenario. It's a choice. We just have to be forgiving of others as we hope that they'd be forgiving of us. And we can't move forward until people truly learn that doubling down when you can't actually stand on your beliefs, that's cowardly. That's weak. Lying to save face, that's cowardly. Like, that is weak. But to recognize when you were wrong, to own that and learn from it, to grow as a person and allow others to challenge your beliefs, to truly give people the chance to make their counterpoints and to really consider it, to really consider the possibility that you could be wrong, to leave that option open. Like, those things take strength. Those things take courage. Heck, making a video that I don't know how this is going to be received, like, that's taking a bit of courage too. To swallow your pride. Choose to grow. There are few things that are more honorable than that. And to those of you who might be saying, nice guys finish last, it's worth considering maybe that's because we didn't leave anyone behind. So I hope that this is helpful to you. I hope I haven't offended you at all and that you can see what I'm saying, even if you disagree with some parts, and that maybe, just maybe, we can move forward in a way where we actually admit when we were wrong and we grow. Wouldn't that be a really nice world to live in? That would be really